tricks are getting mysterious. They call me Mr. Ballin'. No storytelling, real facts, Mr. Ballin'. Ball so hard, motherfuckers call me ballin'. Better stick to the end, cause I'm never ever falling.
Whoop whoop, what the fuck's going on, everybody? It's Saturday and we told y'all we was coming back again for the double dip, because like I said yesterday, we dipped it, we licked it a little bit, and then we dipped it again because we don't give a fuck about your dip. So tonight we're here with we spoke on him a little bit yesterday, but he's got some sauce getting ready to come up this month. Yeah. Well, not this month, but it's at the end of the month, so I'm kind of fucking saying that it's next month. September 9th, he's got something coming up over in fucking UK that's mind-blowing. Very fucking soon. But yeah, it's Saturday, and I'm here with Elixir, as always. As fucking always. Whoop, whoop. How you doing tonight, homie?
Not too bad, man. As you can see, it's just the two of us tonight.
Two of us.
Don't look too deeply into that at all.
Two of us. Stoney's got shit going on right now. He's with us forever in thoughts and prayers and hearts and our soul and our fucking soul. He's off doing something right now. He's reporting live from Denver, is what we'll say he's doing tonight. But yeah, Elixir, let's talk about how you guys actually, how you ended up meeting the homie that we have tonight.
Alright, so as y'all know, I did fly across the pond to the Ouija Knievel tour in London, and while I was over there, I mean, plain and simple, met some cool ass people, including the dude that we're about to pull up, and he goes by Mr.ATF. And
Bring him on.
I'm gonna tell you, man, this dude's friendly as fuck too. I loved him. Yeah, I got it.
Oh.
Hey guys.
Hey, what up?
Whoop.
How you doing? It's good to see you.
Welcome to the Thugalo Show, man. Thank you for setting alarms for fucking 2:30, 2:40 in the morning, coming from live from the UK.
Yeah, Bedford's the original clown town of the UK, where we had Psychopathic Records Europe start all those years ago. I'm still in the same fucking town, and I've never moved away.
I was literally just stalking your Instagram and just seen that post that you were just talking about.
Yeah,
with
it's mad. Yeah, never moved away, but yeah, I've been here since 2003 when we got the warehouse here and everything sort of started, and never really left. It's really bizarre. I've had like 2 kids from moving here as well. Like, it's all come from that whole fucking just way of life, I guess. So it's been a memorable journey, and we're still going. So we're still doing stuff out here. It's pretty good.
Right. I know one of the things that you mentioned to me when I was over there is you guys like to ride the wave as long as you can.
Yeah.
So, like, you know what I mean, with Ouija going over there, you guys are now, you know what I mean, like the same venue that I seen you at off the cuff, you have an upcoming show that you guys are doing there as well, with a lot of the same openers, people that opened up for Ouija during that tour.
Yeah, absolutely. So really the whole thing of, like, as you said, like riding the wave, is that in sort of Europe, when you get sort of underground artists and you get like psychopathic artists kind of, it's a rarity. It is a rarity. When that happens, there is this like massive buzz afterwards, and with like ICP coming over sort of every sort of few years or so, it's we are starved really over here of those kind of shows. And you know, realistically we've had I mean, Tech Nine's come over a few times as well, but really it's you don't get it as often. I mean, we will joke in the UK that you guys are just blessed. Like, you could just drive 3 hours, 4 hours to a show. If we needed to do that, we'd have to fly a couple of grand, everything, just to see a show. And people do go over to do that. It's just a lot harder. So yeah, obviously the Ouija tour sort of it came about from one of the ICP tours when he came over, and he was that, and me and him we got on, and working with the guys and getting the tour on, it's just something that, you know, it's great for the fans over here in Europe. We have people coming from all over the place. Some guy from Germany came to every single show. I don't know if you saw him, totally busted up, bleeding everywhere because he's on his skateboard just driving around. I mean, it was complete chaos. But the fact that you guys flew all the way over to see that must have been an experience for you. Like, how did you find it? Like,
it's crazy because it is different. Like you said, I mean, it's the same, but it is different. Like, one of the freshest things that I remember from that show is seeing one of the London homies with those OG trip pants with the clown faces on the back, and like
oh man,
you know what I mean? Like, I've only seen them in a picture, and you know what I mean? And this dude's over here actually wearing them, and that was fresh for me to see stuff like that. And like, y'all were tightly clicked, like, you know what I mean? Everybody kind of like seemed like they knew each other and all that. So it was definitely it was I mean, I still talk about it, you know what I mean? It was
the cool thing.
I don't want to say once in a lifetime.
The extra bit of freshness about his journey over there is that was his like first flight, like at all, like
wow.
at all, was
no fucking way.
all the way to the UK to go see Ouija. That's fucking
dope. Right. I mean, it's something like, because obviously I do have British ancestry. I am like British and German mostly, and like it was one of the, you know, like you always want to go and experience that, and I never really had a reason to. And then Ouija's like, yeah, I'm going over there, and it's just like, why not?
He was like, I'm coming.
It's something that I wouldn't change. Obviously, I'd still do it again, over and over and over again.
Yeah. So I mean, when you say about seemed like everybody knew each other, but I guess that's one of the common themes, right, that you have in, you know, within the fan base, is that you can just meet someone and feel like you've known them for like 20 fucking years or something, just through
as soon as you see this. As soon as you see this anywhere around, or you hear that whoop whoop anywhere, you're instantly drawn to that motherfucker.
I guess with that show in particular, it was interesting for me to see, not only like, because obviously it's family coming together, but this is like a wide spread out family. I mean, we had people from Spain, Germany, London, obviously like 30 minutes away from you had all families from all walk of life, and they were all, you know what I mean, chopping it up out in the smoking area with each other.
Yeah,
it was definitely fresh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just seeing, you know, especially that show in London, just everybody sort of coming together. Like, you know, we had a fucking great crowd in there. Like, just the vibe was just on another level for that. We just because we don't get this very often. I mean, the last time?
I was just gonna ask if that brings an extra bit of energy to the crowd, because, you know, these aren't gatherings that happen all the time for you guys. Or like, I guess what one of my questions would be, like, when the clowns come, or like when Ouija come, is that like comparative to like your guys' gathering, like getting a gathering over there?
Yeah, I guess it is. People do come together, and that is an opportunity to see like old faces that you don't usually see. I saw, like, I don't know if you know the Kazi, who she does loads of like creative stuff, and you know, she's kind of well known over here, and like just seeing friends that you would see pretty much, you know, only at the other shows when they come over. And because I said before, they're so scarce. I mean, we're talking like the Operation Europe tour in 2003. And there was the late 90s tour as well. And then other than that, it was the 2017, and that's really been it, apart from a few other appearances. It's just such a rarity to like get that and to get everybody together. And obviously, like, you know, it's Ouija Mac, like people are gonna show up in numbers to see him. So yeah, we are starved of it. And the whole point of the Aftershock show is like, when we did that, and the sort of buzz afterwards is like, okay, right, we want to keep the momentum going. And I just thought we need to do something, and we need to get like all these, like you said, bring those people together and keep doing it. Because there's definitely a massive growing fan base over in Europe. I mean, like you said, you see people from Spain coming over. You know, Umo are absolutely killing it. Like the numbers they're getting at their shows around Europe is, it's just incredible. Like they really are fucking killing it. So we just want to keep doing stuff. But in terms of like gatherings and things, I mean, it's been going on, but like I said, there's nothing like nowhere near the scale of the Gathering of the Juggalos, but it's
right.
People
but
get together, they get together, but there has been like you know, events and stuff that do happen in the UK, and it's, you know, usually pretty well supported and stuff like that. But I mean, we had like some back in the early 2000s, like we'd do some in Leeds where I was living at the time. And yeah, it just became popular, and it's just because it's so starved of the acts coming over. That's the only time I guess people get to come and gather together. Really.
True. Well, I think it's being started here that there needs to be a UK gathering, grassroots organization starting up right here, and we need to figure it out. Because I feel like a lot of the European ninjas, like you said, are starved of content, and I think it's time that the other parts of the world get to put their toes in the community as well.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I think there's definitely something that, you know, could be done, but we just got to build it up, you know. And this show is just one of those parts. Like I said, I think there's like a group of ninjas that sort of would get together previously for a few years, but this is also, you know, putting on a night of music and, you know, entertainment as well, and doing something that. And obviously I'm just fucking passionate about just giving something back to, you know, the culture that's given me so much. My kids, just like experiences, friends, you know, it's just, I just want to do something for the fans. You know, I've been given so much. I just want to sort of pass that on. So that's the whole reason for doing it, really. We just want to get shit out there and just really start building up.
It really feels good
for future tours. Well, the thing is, we do this and we get a good crowd, and it works. All it's going to do is show other artists as well that, okay, well, I could follow in Ouija's footsteps and go over and do something pretty fucking cool over in Europe, and people will show up. So that's what we're trying to do. Just build it up, keep that wave going.
We can go over there every once in a while.
Right. I think with that tour, with that tour, it kind of solidified that people will show up for these tours. So like, I think once Ouija went over there and did those 5 shows, was it? When he did those shows, I think people on the label, you know, like Hex and Chunk and everybody were like, oh wow, okay, well, there's family out there. There's
that he
family.
Go.
Right. He was working on Tales of a Cursed G at the time too. Yeah. I remember him saying that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about, like, you know, there is a market out here. You know, it's you can see on the comments whenever someone posts something, you know, you can see comments or like, you know, where should I go next? You see a load of people popping up saying, you know, come to France, come to England, come, you know, it is there. And when the clowns come over, you know, it's a massive deal. You know, 2017, that tour was packed. It was fucking packed. Like in London when we did the Electric Ballroom, I mean, it was carnage. It was absolutely like packed to the rafters. So it just shows you this, you know, the market's there, the fans are there. They just want to see more of it. It's just an absolute being firsthand, you know, helping out with these things. It's there's a lot of fucking logistics and shit that needs to go into it.
And I think that's one of like the major problems of why these artists have problems bringing stuff over, because you got to think when the clowns come over, I bet you they brought hella fucking merch with them too, and like to get an order of that size shipped into the UK to clear customs, to clear all this other shit. Just like I remember them going to Canada not too long ago, and they did a radio interview up there, and they were talking about how hard it was to get Fago in because they thought that the clowns were selling the Fago instead of like throwing the shit, so they had to come up with fake O if it was whatever it was, which is really dope. So I can see like logistics being a big fucking problem, and nowadays with I don't know if the COVID restrictions are still in places over there in Europe, if that makes it a bigger fucking deal for travel now too.
No, I mean that's all sort of gone by the by. But it's funny when you talk about the Fago. I mean, I remember in the Operation Europe Shangri-La tour, you know, we had to find our own fake go over here, and there's like a supermarket called Tesco, and we needed to go there and pick up as many bottles as we could. But again, the way that Britain is compared to America, or in America, if you've got the money, you can kind of get things done like with money. It's pretty. You just say, look, I want 2,000 bottles of this. You know, sort me out. Here's the cash. Take it. Go. In England, it doesn't quite work like that. Even if you're standing there with wads of money and you're going to the supermarket saying, like, I want this pallet full of diet Tesco value Coke, whatever. They're like, well, no, you can't buy them all. You're like, but I've got the money for it. It's like, no, we can't sell you them all in one go. We can only sell you 200. That's our limit on. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, we want to buy the entire thing, but they're like, no, you can't do that because another customer might want to buy one, and that would not be.
So fuck them! I got the money right here for them.
Exactly. You know, a businessman would be like, well, fuck it, yeah, have I'm making that money.
I'd be like, you can
coin right there. Yeah, yeah. But over here, it just works differently. It's like a strange honor system that you have here. It doesn't, like, money gets you so far, but it doesn't. So when we had that problem, that they wouldn't, you know, give us all the pop we needed, we then had to drive to multiple supermarkets or stores like in the area and buy like 100 at a time. Then load up the van and do that. So when we were doing the tour and we was going through like fucking hundreds and hundreds of bottles, I mean, it was a nightmare. I was driving around for like 2 hours a day, just literally restocking, or we'd get to a city and be like, oh shit, we need to get some more. And then we just go around and do it. So you just can't, those kind of things just make it logistically like a right pain in the ass pretty much, because you just can't do the same things that you can do in the States. But yeah, our honor system is just a bit strange. And like, I don't know, sometimes to get things done in England, you just gotta kind of go down the pub with someone and have a pint. You know, that's more of a way of getting in somewhere and getting some favors than it is chucking money at the problem. It's a very just a different way of doing things, and we're just very laid back. That's another thing that I think we did a Juggalo show thing a few years ago. I think it was 2017 before that tour with Jump Steady and some of the other guys that were doing Europathic as well. And yeah, I think, you know, Jump Steady talked about just how relaxed and laid back you know, British people can be, and that you want something done,
Right.
but they're just like, yeah, that's fine, yeah, no worries, we'll sort it out, yeah, in a bit, don't worry about that. And we are like that. So doing business here, especially for American companies, it's not straightforward all the time, because we've just got a fucking weird culture with various stuff. And you probably
So
found that people
yeah,
when you were over Elixir, you probably
yeah, I
found
was
that
gonna
it was a
actually
different pace of life in some ways.
I was gonna actually bring something up, and I want to tell you a story, and I kind of want to know how much trouble I could have gotten in.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Honestly, okay. So our first night there, after we, got our B&B, we got out on the terrace, the garden, and we were gonna fly the drone. The drone. It was really windy, obviously that day, and the drone crashed into a garden like three, three little houses away, whatever you want to call it.
3 flats
And
over, yeah.
yeah. And so in order to get the new drone, we have to send the old one back, right? So we were looking, and we seen where it landed at. It was in somebody's backyard. It was kind of like a flat or whatever. So we were ringing a bell trying to get somebody just so we could be like, hey, can you grab this for us? We had to be somewhere, so we were pressed on time. So I jumped the fence, and as soon as I jumped the fence, a neighbor yelled, "Where is he going?" Talking to Jay, and he was we were trying to explain ourselves, and as soon as we explained ourselves, he was just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. Just trespassing, and he's like, yeah, that's fine.
All right. No, we explained what we told him was like obviously once he heard that we were American and we were here on a media trip, he was like, "Oh, okay, you're fine then."
He said
Like
these
it was
fucking Americans, they just think it's
right,
alright. It's
Coming
in
over
the
here with their
backyard.
drones.
but is
Yeah.
trespassing a serious offense in London?
No, nobody's gonna
Okay.
give a shit about
Okay.
that.
All
Unless
right.
you're trying to trespass like at Buckingham Palace or something
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
That's the only time where they
Yeah.
probably give a shit, to be honest. I mean, yeah, most people just, yeah, exactly what he did was like, what are you doing? Then as soon as you know what they're doing, unless it's like an imminent threat
Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
something,
There was
nobody cares.
yeah, there was nothing nefarious behind it. So it was just funny because he opened up his window, yelled, and then we explained ourselves. He's like, "All right."
Yes, right. He's probably just like, yeah, that's not worth my time. Fuck it. But yeah, I mean, that's you know, I don't think you get into too much trouble doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that makes me feel better.
But you guys must feel like when I was at the gathering this year and you know just
Yeah,
discussing like the you know in Ohio and how like you can just carry a firearm and stuff like that. I mean, it's fucking scary to a Brit to going over
yeah,
there thinking and when you see the signs on the thing and there's like a sign that says no guns and you're like, wow, like someone could be.
Nope, they
right.
can't bring guns in there. So I mean, once
The
you
sign
go,
says
you
so.
see that line, you see that sign,
No
you can't
guns.
go in there.
So you have to wait outside, leave your gun.
Look, you guys, look. You say that Brits are real courteous and like real think about. Like, so are we. We see that sign, we're like, you fucking got me. I can't go in there.
Damn it.
No, but on the real though, I was at the gathering, and there was a dude that asked for a ride, and his reasoning was he wanted to make sure his gun was locked up and secured in his car, and that no one was going to be able to get to it and all that stuff.
Wow.
So I mean, like we are courteous.
For the most part,
Yeah.
a lot of people are, gun safe, and there is the dummies like there is everywhere
Exactly.
that shouldn't be probably allowed to use a fork if we're being real honest, because hey.
Yeah, I mean, I just found it weird because, like, in Walmart, then you can buy a fucking shotgun and just in your supermarket. It's like it's just so different. It's just so alien to us that you know
Yeah,
you guys get that, and it's just
I
you,
will
and when
say
you guys are over here, like you won't even see the police with
no, but
That's
I
unless
dope.
will
it's
I
like
will say
something very
this.
specific.
I will say being outside of Parliament and looking at their guards with the full assault rifles, that is pretty intimidating, though, even
Is
for an
it?
American.
Well,
Even for an
they had
American,
assault rifles outside
yeah,
Parliament.
yeah. There was, I mean, he had a whole assault rifle, and I mean, like their fingers are up there on the, you know what I mean. And I was like,
Fuck
even
around
for
and
an
find out.
American,
They're
that was
ready to
pretty
get live.
intimidating.
Hey.
They really were. I don't know if there was construction going on or if there was something special going on, but when we walked past Parliament, there was definitely armed.
He said they were
Wow.
flexing out there.
They
I'm
were.
gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go down. I've not been. I'm so not British. I've not been to Parliament for
Uh,
years. But
no, we
the,
backpacked the whole town, so
but I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Is like you don't. I guess our thing is that you settle these problems with your fists in England.
right.
That seems to be how it goes. But you know, they in London they love knives and stuff like that, and like with the drill rap and that
Oh,
kind
I
of
fuck
stuff.
with UK drill rap. Them motherfuckers
Yeah,
go hard, man.
yeah.
Shit.
It's there's definitely like a hard edge to some of the UK stuff that goes on, and that comes out in the music and stuff. But there's some fucking great UK acts out there as well, which I don't know if they really make it over into the States like particularly well. But I mean, I know like Skepta and I think he's done some stuff in the US. But he
One
was
that
wearing
I
like an ICP t-shirt in one of his music videos. You had Skepta wearing like a Hocus Pocus t-shirt, and that
oh
was
shit.
fucking fresh.
That is.
Uh
That's,
one that I really know that I'm pretty sure is from UK is Scarlord. I don't know if you know him.
Star-Lord, no.
He's like a trap metal kind of deal.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's UK. But for I feel like for UK artists to really take off over here, it has to be like on a social media platform because
Yeah.
like a lot of them. There was a couple TikTok songs from the UK that really blew the fuck up over here. I know that.
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean, we just give you guys load of shit like Ed Sheeran and stuff like that. I mean, Ed Sheeran used to do rap, like, but man, I think I'm quite happy for him to go somewhere else and stay over there and not be in England anymore. And we gave you James Corden as well, the TV presenter. And he's yeah.
The white girls love some Ed Sheeran over here, man.
Oh yeah, I bet they
He,
do.
he's like pumpkin spice to the white girls over here.
Yeah,
so
to be
while we're
fair to him though, like he's fucking
He's good. I'm
he's
not.
killed it. Like I don't particularly like. I mean, he was everywhere for a while. Like when you're watching Game
Right.
of Thrones, Ed Sheeran just turns up in the middle of it. You're like, fucking hell, Ed, leave me alone.
God damn it! You're everywhere. Make your
Yeah,
bag, but get out of my
he
face.
was for a year. He was fucking everywhere, and it just grinds on you. You just can't be asked anymore with him. So yeah. So but like the sort of but the underground scene here has been bubbling for years and years. So you know, the Dirt Boys have been doing their thing for a long time. They're on the show, and yeah, we probably should go through the roster a little bit for the
right.
show and
That's
just
what I was gonna. I was just about to bring it up, and I was gonna say, speaking on these artists and everything, the only one on the flyer I don't recognize is IDIO, and I was gonna ask you about them in particular, and like where
yes,
it started at.
yeah. So he is so on the show, yeah, we have like Idio.
Idio,
He's like
okay,
a trap, yeah, he's like a trap artist. He's from a sort of region called Devon. He was on the Ouija Manchester show, I believe. Yeah, he was just he's a sound guy, and he's been doing a few shows with Percy and the Dirt Boys and Exa since that tour, which has been great. Actually, I think the whole thing about this is that on the tour we needed to find some like good local acts that, you know, have a bit of their own following and have got something a bit different that sort of like just felt like it fitted in with Ouija. And these guys that are on the show are the ones that really sort of fit really nicely in. So yeah, Idio's really good. I mean, yeah, you can check out his stuff up on
And
Instagram.
you're right there along with him too, man. Like
Yeah,
I've seen you perform. I watched your
yeah. I
video,
mean,
man.
it was. I mean, it was a long. Yeah, it's been a long time since I did anything. But that tour, it just felt good to just come back and do the old songs. So
So
yeah, I mean, I
you
was
opened
Jump
up for
Steady's hype
Ouija.
man in the 2003 Operation Europe tour, and then I did a few shows around that, and I don't know, yeah, like I used to just make like old school like type ICP type horrorcore tracks, and yeah, so I'm doing something, but my role is more of just a nostalgia thing than these guys are like really pushing it. I just do it for the nostalgia and because you know they know me in the scene over here. So yeah, that's one thing. I mean, I love doing it. Don't get me wrong.
That's pretty
Um,
honorable of you, being
yeah, it's
traditional.
just for a bit of old
It's
school
your
flavor.
way.
But weirdly for this show, I've done some new stuff. I've like done the first couple of songs that I've not done for like well, it would be like 15, 20 years or so. So I've actually done some new stuff for it, which is going to come out on the CD that we're gonna be giving out at the show. So that's been a bit of a weird thing to do, but yeah, it's just it just when you're up there and you're seeing people into it. I mean, when we did the tour. I had like people that I hadn't seen for 20 years right at the front, knowing every single fucking word to Ghost Train, which is one of my songs that I did like ages ago. And I was just blown away. I was like, how the fuck do you
That's
remember
dope.
all of this? And I was like,
That's dope.
Jesus. But it was so fucking cool. And I remember like on the tour as well, like when we was doing sound check, yeah, all the like crew were just singing the song along and yeah, that's quite amusing. So yeah, it was just fucking great to like do that kind of stuff again. And for this show, like really, it is about the aftershock. Is you know Ouija Mac coming over and sort of plonking like a little flag in in the UK saying that's it. I'm here and I'm here to stay. We're going to do some good shit. And because it's going to happen again. We're going to do something again, no doubt. And I just want to keep the momentum going and get everybody that was there to come back, have another night, and then we'll probably do something else after that as well. Like we're gonna
Keep it going.
go
Gotta keep the
well,
momentum
keep
fucking
the
going.
momentum because
Yeah,
now like Percy Bones, you know, I got him on the tour as a recommendation from like a ninja like that I was down with in 2000 DJ. He's called Ron Johnson, and he's sort of Percy's DJ. And he said, "Look, this guy's really good. He's got a good following. Like you should check him out. Like he'll be good." And me and Percy discussed it, and the next thing you know, he was like the support for every show on the Ouija tour, and he was yeah, what a character Percy Bones is. If you haven't seen his performances, he's just fucking great. The way he gets in the crowd when he does his
he'll
stuff,
take
yeah,
he'll take
it's
a whole mic stand. Yeah, he'll take a
yeah,
whole mic stand with him into the crowd. Yeah.
he's just fucking wild as well. Like, but how he is when he's performing is kind of how he is in real life, and he's just wild and he's out there and he's just fucking dope, man. Like
Well,
his music's awesome.
people appreciate that level of authenticity. So like, if that's how you're gonna be, don't just put it on as a show. Like, be that motherfucker too. You know.
And I know
Oh, he is. He's real. He's a real one.
yeah, I know Exa is very similar in that too, where he has a drive behind him. and
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
his
mean,
show.
those two, you could sell. It was really weird. Like, this is going to sound so fucking corny and cliche, but like when all of these acts, we kind of got together and we socialized and stuff like that. It just became. It was like a fucking connection. Like we all just sort of got on and was like, oh shit, like we got loads of stuff in common. Like, oh, well, you know, I like that too. Yeah. And then suddenly then Exa and Percy are like hooking up, and now they're doing like a fucking album together, and like you got Crogang Records, and
Yeah,
it started a whole. I don't know, like the Ouija coming over has kickstarted a whole sort of new wave of underground shit that's going on over here now.
Do you think
Um,
that that was because, you know, there was such that little bit of staleness from 2017 until 2021 when there was like juggalo activity again in
yeah,
Europe, that it brought all these ninjas were like, all right, yeah, well, let's fucking go because it's clearly it's back.
yeah, absolutely. And
Not to insinuate that it was gone or anything, but like juggalos, like they give a fuck enough to come over to the UK, like
yeah,
again,
you need a catalyst, don't you? Something to happen to like
and there
bring
it
these
is.
little personal things where you got Percy and Exa coming together, like meeting Umo, and then you know we talk, and then suddenly all these little connect. Everything happens for a fucking reason,
Yep,
right? And
yep.
right.
that tour has there's a people talking, people made friends, and that community is just growing and growing and
Sparked.
growing now.
Fucking
It's like
sparked.
Ouija's lit the touch paper for bigger things now, because we know that when that happens and he comes over again, then all of those people that went to those shows, they're going to come back, they're going to bring another 30-40% more people.
Yep.
It's just it's keeping the momentum going and getting all the people together. So I'm sure at the show in London, everybody's going to be like chomping on the bit to get back together again, and that's what it's
Right.
about. It's about getting everybody together. But Percy's on there, Idio, and yeah, me, and then we got Exa as well. So yeah, like talking about Exa, and he's been doing his stuff for a long time now, and yeah, he's just well known in the UK for his underground shit, and he's got a great look, and his music's fucking dark, man. It scares me. So, but from a production point of view, like he's just fucking dope. He can just magic beats out of nowhere, and he's well connected as well. So but him and Percy together, I think that really is gonna start growing. And you can see if you look at Percy's shows,
Right.
like the numbers are going up, and now they're getting packed. And now will he be able to go into the crowd with his mic stand for too much longer? I'm not sure, but
Right.
we'll see. That's one of the things. But yeah, so it's just a case of, in the whole aftershock is just because the Ouija coming over is just sort of, it's like a fucking like earthquake for everybody, just like, whoa, like this is actually happening. Because a lot of people don't believe it's happening. They've seen over the years, oh, we're going to come play Europe and stuff like that, and it
Right.
just sometimes never materializes
Right.
because
Right.
logistics and stuff like that. But this is different, and as you guys know, there's a new wave of like, so Chapter 17 have got like this other wave of juggalos and people coming together. It's sort of like kick-started it all over again, and that's what we want to do. We just want to put on a really good fucking show, and show the world that the UK can have it on lockdown if we really wanted to. It's just about getting everybody together. That's my job. I just want to get everybody together and get it working.
So before we start word association, I do want to kind of go back to X a little bit because I did get I did get a connection with him too. I got a lot of face to face time with him because when he was in London, he actually stayed with me and the homies in the hotel room. So I know I have a little bit more biased opinion on him myself because I did, what I mean, get to fucking actually chop it up with him, and he's cool, dude. I did want to talk about Umo too, and like the London show in particular, Uma was the last minute ad. Were they not?
Yes, they were. Yeah, that's true.
So,
Yeah.
how did you feel about that when you heard that they were taking a train over and that they were going to be at the show?
I mean, the fact that they like made that effort, came all the way over to do that, and we got them on, was fucking dope. What was even better was just how fucking good they are live and seeing it in person. I mean, you must have been blown away, like
Oh
I was
yeah,
the
jealous,
energy.
dog.
Like
dude.
there's
I
nothing.
I literally went up to Kev Buck afterwards and I was like, Umo, bro, Umo, and all he said to me was, "Oh, you like that?"
That's such a Kev
Yeah,
response.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean they fucking just came and did, what do they do, like 15, 20 minutes, and the crowd just absolutely, fucking loved them. So I mean those guys, I mean the energy that they bring to their live shows is, I've just, I've not seen anything like that in the UK for a very long time. And if there's anybody thinking about going, like, just go to see Umo. Just get on. You don't need to speak Spanish to get
No,
into it. That's
I don't
that's
know.
the thing
I
about
don't
it.
know what he's saying, but bro, I will be in my kitchen with Mr. Ballin on fucking full tilt, and then I'll turn around and with Darby's Poison and Junta on
Oh
full
yeah.
fucking blast too, not knowing what he's saying, but I'm like, Umo, I'm like, damn, this shit's so hard.
Yeah, and then they're on the on Darby's new album as well, and
Yes,
that track is fucking dope.
Yeah,
yes.
I
Poison and
mean,
the Junta is
Poison
yeah.
and Junta.
yeah.
Yes, it's one of my top tracks on that fucking album, man.
So they're becoming, like, Umo are becoming a real force, like what they're doing, and working with Ouija and Darby, and they really are sort of, making a sort of name for themselves out there. But their music fucking speaks for itself. Like you said, you don't need to know Spanish, just the fucking flows
To
and
feel it.
everything. Yeah, you feel it, and when you're there seeing it live,
Oh,
you feel it even more. It goes through your fucking body.
Oh
It's like
yeah,
an out of
for
body
sure.
experience. It's a fucking amazing. I absolutely love it. But yeah, so I mean, they're going to be sort of, the sort of main headline act, and then as part of what we're doing is we've also got together as artists. I use that term very loosely for me, but the and we put together this CD. It's very old fashioned doing it the CD way, but we wanted to do something like cool
we
and
still collect
physical.
CDs. People still
Yeah,
fucking
I
love to
got
collect
him. Yeah.
CDs. My whole wall back there is full of CDs.
yeah. It's just like a nice, physical item
Right.
to have in your hands. And so everybody's putting like 2 songs on there, and we've got like a couple of collab songs on there. So me and Exa have done one as well, which is
Ooh.
fucking awesome. Like that
Right.
that was a really good that sort of came out of nowhere. And then we've got a sort of cipher as well. So we've got all of the guys on the show on a cipher, which is it's nearly finished now, and
That's dope.
it's gonna be that's gonna be fucking like awesome. All of us on there.
I'm
We're
gonna
just
have
debating
to
whether we're
get a
even
hold of.
gonna. Yeah, I mean, we're just debating whether we're even gonna like perform it on the night as well. That was like a discussion point in our WhatsApp group, as to, shall we actually perform this like together? That would be fucking fresh.
Finish
Might
out
have
the
to get
whole
a hold
set
of
with that
Exa and have
motherfucker.
him send me
Yeah,
one.
that may be the way to do it. We don't know, but we'll discuss that.
Elixir's about to refresh his passport and buy a fucking plane ticket back out to the UK now.
Dude, it was very tempting when I seen the flyer first popped up for the aftermath or aftershock. I was like, oh, I get to
Oh
go back.
fuck, dude!
No.
If you change your mind, we got somewhere for you to stay, so don't you worry about that.
Right.
You're all covered. You're all covered.
Exactly. It's going to be a lot different this time around for sure.
So yeah, that we got that going, and then I think there's a music video being filmed as well, and of course we've got Cause Kit as our host for the evening. So
Perfect.
she's just fucking dope, and she's gonna like introduce the acts and keep everything running smoothly. So it should be good. But the venue's really cool. I mean, that venue was so nice to us.
It is.
That's
When
exactly
you,
what they were saying when they came back. They kept talking about how the venue was super dope and how like it was very personable venue as well.
yeah, that was amazing.
I
Yeah, I'm
think it's
looking forward to it.
cool. I think it was cool because it's kind of like a airplane hangar with the roof style, and obviously I don't know if that has any if it plays with the acoustics at all or anything, but it was definitely it's a great venue.
It was.
Even the smoking area outside is kind of like cozy. It has like picnic benches and lights and a lot of greenery.
Yeah, yeah, it was nice. It's a good place, and you know they've been really good venue. They're like really accommodating. So that's where we chose to do it. London just seems to be the
Brixton,
place to be.
Brixton, I fell in love with in particular when I was
Yeah,
over there. I liked walking around Brixton, so off
yeah.
the
Just be a
coast
bit
was
careful in
definitely
Brixton at night time. That's
yeah.
all I'll say.
That's what they told us, but I mean, we did it anyways.
Yeah, you'll be
Like you said,
And
we're
fine.
Americans, you know. I mean,
Yeah,
our worst hood can't be as or yeah, your guys' worst hood can't be as bad as Detroit. So I mean,
yeah. You know, there's a couple of places
it was very
in
colorful,
England
man.
that's quite dodgy.
It is very colorful for sure. The graffiti is everywhere and it's bright.
Yeah, oh yeah, like Brixton is like a happening place now, but yeah, I mean there are some really shitty areas. I mean that are probably not a million miles away from like the TV series Top Boy. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I don't think
It's
so.
like a TV show with about sort of British gangsters. That's you know that in some places in London it does go down.
Okay.
But yeah, Brixton used to be like that, but I think now it's much better. Like it's that you know they've made it a lot nicer to do. But oh, there's some fucking shitholes in England. Tell me about it. There's like yeah, I've had some crazy experiences in some places. I'm telling you. Yeah, places to avoid, but anywhere in
For
London,
sure.
generally you're okay. So
So, do you know how the word association works? So, we're going to say a name, you give one response or a story or something you'd
yeah,
like to share
I
about the
know
artist.
how word association works. Yeah, but there's no
Okay,
specific
okay.
rules, are there? So
No, not really. I mean, we try to like if you want to do 1 to 2 words, it works. You know
okay,
what I mean. If not, you share a story, however you want to do it.
all right, I'm down.
But so the first name on the list, I'll kick it off is Percy Bones.
Oh, one real. That's fucking 3 words.
Nah, you're good. You're
it's
good.
fine. No. It doesn't have to be
Damn.
just one word.
They're more of guidelines.
All right, Passy Bones. Ah, just enigmatic. That's how I describe Percy Bones. Enigmatic. He's the
A lot
he
of people are gonna have
doesn't
to look
he
that one
is his
up.
own gimmick. There is no gimmick with Percy Bones. What you see is what you get.
Right. You're muted.
Oh, I'm muted?
No, on
No,
says
that was
muted.
me. The next one. We spoke on her a minute ago, and she's going to be hosting the Juggalo Aftershock event. Course Kit.
Oh, stunning. Like she's just a stunning girl, like such a nice girl. Um, she's got a lot of love for juggalos. Yeah, she's just awesome. She's just fucking awesome. I
Yeah, I
chatted
would
to her
say
for
sweet.
ages. She was so nice. She's such a sweet girl.
Yep.
And what a look.
Right.
What a look. Unique.
So
That's
the
about
next name
15
on the
fucking
list,
words.
the next name we have on the list, we've also spoke on a lot, and it's X of the Exorcist.
Legendary. Absolutely legendary.
I'll let him finish his dab, and I'll say another name. It's the personal homies of ours, Free Will.
Free will. Oh, those. Well, I mean, I can't come up with a word, specific word, but um, I introduced them at the gathering this year on the second stage when I was hosting it. Those guys are fucking just down to earth dudes, just really nice. Had like great chat with them, and they were liking our posts and stuff on Insta. Like I got a lot of love for them, and the song they did with Jay and Isham was
the
fucking
Godzilla.
great,
Look,
really good. But no, those guys are sound as fuck.
I know I'm gonna break it for a minute, but Isham's verse on Godzilla is amazing.
Yeah, yeah, those guys are yeah, real nice guys. Like, yeah, just awesome.
next name on the list, Darby O'Trill.
Oh my man. A word for Darby. Just I don't know, like sound, brother. Like he's just a sound guy. Just he's helping us out. He's promoting it for us. The show. He's just such a real dude. Yeah, I mean, I've only met him for the first time at the gathering, and I don't know, he's just talented as fuck. That, Creek for me, fuck, I was blown away. I had it on repeat for days.
It's still on repeat.
Tales
In my
from the
household,
Medicine
man.
Cabinet is like one of my fucking
Yeah.
go-to songs. I mean, just the remix of the old school ICP in there as well. I mean, fucking dude, it really is banging. What a sort of debut really.
Album. What a debut album!
Yeah.
And I said this when Hex dropped Demon Season, and I'm gonna continue to say this every time there's been a new signee to Chapter 17. Their debut album has been fucking outstanding. Fucking standing. Demon Season, I bumped for a whole fucking year, man. Whole year. And now Creek is on repeat still. Still on repeat.
It's amazing. It really is good. It completely blew me away, I have to say. I mean, Darby would fucking kill it over here as well. Like, that.
Oh, yeah.
You hear that, Darby?
He's talented.
You hear that for the fucking Ouija Knievel second leg UK tour?
I'm sure he'd love it.
Bring some of that Florida swamp water over to the UK.
Yeah, man, he's just fucking so talented. It's an unbelievable debut.
So the next name on the list is a duo, obviously, Sagan and Mr. Milumo.
Oh man, I mean, without giving too much away of the stuff we talk about, their work ethic is fucking nuts. They are constantly putting stuff out. All the new content they're creating, the creativity. So the new sort of graphic done with the guy with the face paint over all the bodies that we've got for the Aftershock. So I mean, that's all their creativity. That's all those guys just fucking coming together and doing all this stuff. So they're creative geniuses. They are creative geniuses. I've got to say. Yeah, fucking hell, man. Like, yeah, just geniuses. That's how I'd describe them. And everything that they're sort of putting into the show with their like twist on everything, suggestions, and just how they creatively come up with this stuff. It just blows my mind. I'd give anything for 1% of their fucking creativity.
Well, we've got 4 names left on this here list of ours. And the next one up is probably the hardest working fucking manager in the underground or C17. Kev Buck.
One word. There is not one word that can describe Kev Buck. That is completely impossible.
I agree.
It's just Big Kev from Miami. I'm gonna get my Kev Buck tattoo at some point. But yeah,
that's hard. Shout out Big Kev.
Shout out Big Kev. Yeah.
I every time I see Kev, I always hit him with the Big Kev. I wonder, like if he genuinely understands how much he means to the community. Like the community loves Big Kev. Like
We all love
loves
Big
his
Kev.
ass. Like
We all love Big.
when he did he went up and was messing with the turntables at Juggalo, Ohio last year. And DJ Kev was a big thing for a hot minute. Like the whole crowd was fucking yelling DJ Kev. Big Kev is a big staple in the community. Shout out Kev. We love you
Yeah.
around here, dog.
We all love Big Kev. That just goes without saying. But yeah, I mean, he's just working with him, getting stuff done. It's an honor. It's just an honor. That's all I can say. What a man. It's an honor.
So the last name we have on the list is Rude Boy.
Two more.
Rude Boy. Oh, Rudy. Oh, I mean,
second to last name. Sorry.
So, Rudy, like, when I see him at the gatherings and stuff, like, he loves Oasis, the band Oasis. He fucking loves Oasis. We talk about the Gallagher brothers whenever I see him, and yeah, he loves his wrestling. I mean, he's just a stand-up guy. He's so accommodating.
He is.
When I come over, and yeah, he's just fucking ace. He's just fucking ace. But yeah, we always have discussions about Oasis. And do you know what? I hope Oasis reform so Rudy can go and see them.
So Rudy can get his one night show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and if they do, I'm just gonna I'll put him up.
The last one I have, this is the last one, and it's a duo. And it's the reason mainly we are all gathered here on this show tonight. And it is Violent J and Shaggy Two Dope of the Insane Clown Posse.
Life-changing. That's how I would describe it. Without the whole Juggalo movement, there's so many life experiences that have come from all of this for each individual person that's ever sort of been involved. And it's just devastating how fucking incredible the life turns out with this stuff. So ICP has created so many memories, got so many friends, my kids, just everything comes from that. You just think it's all these weird interconnected life experiences that people have, like meeting you guys, going to the gathering, meeting other people, and connections and stuff like that is I wouldn't change it for a thing, and I don't think the guys would either. I mean, what's sort of created it goes beyond comprehension. What has come out of all of this, just you just could not comprehend the scale of it. It's unbelievable.
So we got one more segment we like to do before we will let you go and plug your stuff and let everybody know where they can find you at, and that's Trash or Fire.
You
Yeah.
want to play?
You want to play?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So
let's roll it. What?
Okay. This week's Trash or Fire night, and I thought of this because I wanted your honest opinion, and it just kind of started over here. But American football.
Well, let's get the elephant out of the room.
Let's do it.
It's not football.
Okay.
It's definitely not football. I mean, come on, you kick it how many times? Once?
Right.
Right. So that doesn't make any sense. As a sport, I actually really like American football. I'm a Lions fan.
Let's go! Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
So I saw them at Wembley a few years ago. They played the Chiefs. They play season games in England now, so it's really popular. But they should just not call it football. It's I mean, we shouldn't call it soccer. It's not soccer. It's football. It's a fucking ball you kick with your foot.
Right.
So just for the name, I'm gonna say trash. That's probably getting me loads of fucking heat. But I like the sport and I do follow it. But yeah, I mean, what's worse for me is when in baseball, it's called the World Series, but only teams in America play it, right? So it's not a World fucking Series. So I mean, in football, like the World Cup.
I don't like baseball, but in baseball's defense, there is a Canadian team out there, the fucking Toronto Blue Jays, right? I think.
Right.
So North American series, maybe.
North American Series, yeah,
we'll take that.
Sounds pretty good, yeah. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, I do like America. I feel bad like calling it trash, but I'm gonna go trash on that just for the fucking name, man.
Elixir, what you got?
I played for like 4 years, and
So did I.
right. I mean, I get it. It's my sport of choice, so I'm gonna have to say fire just for that reason.
Yeah.
And like for real, soccer just seemed like it was just too much running.
Yeah. I'm gonna say fire because I'm gonna say I used to be a fat kid and I used to play on the line, so like football was my sport. But the real question is, since we don't want to call it football and since we don't use our feet with it, if you could rename it ATF, what would you rename American football? What would it be called?
That's a good fucking question. How could we name it? What would we call it? It's not
Can't
football.
call it handball.
Tackle ball.
Well, people call it like hand egg, don't they? But that's just like a derogatory term of it.
I think of rugby when you would say that. I would think of rugby.
I mean, rugby doesn't make any sense because that's just.
I have no idea how you play that shit at all. It looks hard. I'll tell you that.
You got no padding, so you're just bleeding and all over the place. Oh, American football. I don't know, like battles. It's got to have like a really American thing, like Battle Wars or something. Why not? Battle Wars. That literally makes no sense, but I quite like that term. It's like a B movie title, Battle Wars.
Right.
We asked the hard-hitting questions around here.
Yes, we do.
We asked the tough questions around this one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a difficult one. What's next on the list?
Oh, shit.
I mean his trash or fire. He hasn't said yet.
I'm gonna say fire because I like football. I don't follow it as much anymore because I'm fucking working and like I got a life now. I can't sit and watch football every Sunday. But I'm gonna give it a fire.
All right,
I'll give you that. I don't watch it either.
I can't. I don't got time.
I play.
And
yeah.
Out of anything, I would rather watch college football over regular NFL football.
100%.
But Mr. ATF, why don't you go ahead and give everybody, all your plugs and where the fuck everybody can find you, where everybody can get these tickets coming up for this event in like fucking a week and a half. Yeah,
I know it's coming up soon. Yeah, I mean, the best place to get me is on Instagram. So that's like at Mr.ATF, but that's MISTERATF. And that's pretty much got everything you need to know about me on there and various bits and bobs. And then for the show, September the 9th, London Off the Cuff in Herne Hill. Best place to get tickets is just go to our fan link. So it's fanlink.2to/JAUK in capitals. And that's just go there. It's 10 quid. It's a good price. It's not exactly, we're not doing it for the money. We're just doing it to get everybody
the community
together,
which makes it even fucking better.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And for that 10 quid, you get the first 100 get the promo CD as well, featuring all the acts from the night and some exclusive stuff that you're just not going to hear anywhere else. So
and there's a cipher on that motherfucker. So
there is going to be a cipher on there. I'm sure that'll fucking leak on the internet within like a few days afterwards, but that's the way it goes, right? But it's
I do know that I will be sending Elixir like $10 or 10 quid so that he can send out 10 quid over there so that we can get one of these fucking
we'll sort you one out. Don't you worry about that. We'll get
because I'm gonna need one of them motherfuckers.
We'll get a couple over for you guys.
Here soon.
We're gonna be like, what's the exchange rate, you guys? We gotta figure this fucking shit out.
We'll get a couple of copies over to you.
Actually.
He still has some.
You got some notes?
Yeah.
Oh, what you got? The fresh plastic ones?
Yeah, I brought them back with me.
Yeah, that's the thing about the States. Like your notes all look the same.
Right.
Like you got a wad of notes. You're like, fucking hell, which one's which? And I'm just like just very confused as I'm trying to pay for something. And yeah, just all the differences are crazy. And the accent was quite amusing when I was over for the gathering, and I went to like a Denny's or something, and they said, "Oh, can you give us you need to wait for your table. Like, you got a name?" I was like, "Yeah, Paul," which is my name. And they're like, "What?" It's like, Paul. They're like, "Pa, Paul," and they're like, "Oh, Paul." Like, fuck. Like, it was so weird. But yeah, I mean, that was it was great to see you guys out there, and I hope you had a really good time. It was fun, like doing stuff and hosting the stages and meeting everybody. But yeah, this show's going to be fucking awesome. And yeah, the UK has got much love for the Thuggalo show. You guys came all the way over, and I personally, for me, I was fucking blown away. I was like, you fucking guys, you've flown all the way to see this? And you're like, yeah, we wanted to see it. I was like, fuck. Like, right. that shows how, like, yeah, how much love you guys have for, like, yeah, what we do, and all the footage that's going to come out of it. You know, hopefully, you know, we keep building on this. So
right.
I just want to shout out to all the acts that are coming together for this and doing it. You know, that they're just or doing it for the love, and there's a lot of work's gone into it as well. Everybody's put in everything into it. So yeah, it's just, you know, and we got a whole crew supporting it as well. So behind the scenes, like, that's the thing, like with the Ouija tour and everything, we had like a crew of guys behind this. You may have met Birmingham Bob as well, like the gathering. He was working there as well on the golf carts, and Adam, AJ from Fago Lovers, and you know, they're all like behind the scenes ninjas as well, that really make this shit happen. So yeah, that's good. And yeah, it's just fucking awesome.
Before we let you cut out and go back to sleep, real quick, you talked about the gathering. What was your favorite experience at the gathering this year? What's the one memory that sticks in your fucking head that you took back this year?
Oh shit!
I know there was a lot.
There was a lot. I mean, the Chapter 17 party was fucking live.
Yeah,
that was fucking great. Like, I really fucking loved that.
Did you get one of them BLTs?
No, I didn't. No,
I was out back cooking them boys. I didn't get to go in the I didn't get to go in the party. I was out back drunk as hell, slinging fucking BLTs all night. But hey, that was my fun. That was my highlight of the gathering, actually.
Yeah, mine too. I didn't see the cooking bit. The crowd just went fucking wild in that tent. It was absolutely crazy. But yeah, that was probably one of my highlights. And yeah, the tractor ride, the alien probe adventure,
the alien hunt. Yes.
Oh my god! I mean, you know, those are the things that the creative minds behind the scenes come up with, and you're just blown away sometimes about how these things come to be. Just the whole experience was like, yeah, just amazing. Yeah, it was really good. Probably one of the best ones actually that I've been to. It was just a really good vibe. But yeah, it was fucking, that Chapter 17 party was, yeah, just off the fucking chain.
I'm hoping next year they get to do it again, and they get to do it just as big, because that was Juggalo Gyms was definitely a fucking ultimate thing this year, man. I agree with you.
Yeah, man, that was great. I loved it.
But yeah, it's we're at about an hour and 10 minutes. We're gonna let you go ahead and go back to bed, man. We want to thank you for fucking
waking up. No, we just appreciate all your support.
Yeah. So we got one last question for you.
Right.
Would you consider yourself a thuggalo?
I definitely am a fucking thuggalo. 100%. I wish I had the fucking stuff on my but yeah, no, absolutely. Thuggalo till I'm dead in the ground.
Fuck yeah, let's fucking go.
Cool.
Well, man, thanks for joining us. Thanks for waking up.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Enjoy your night, brother, man.
Thanks. See you later. Bye-bye.
Whoop. Man, I always love getting worldwide ninjas on this motherfucker, dude. It's so dope to have people who like remind everybody. All right, it is fucking 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock almost over in the UK. This man
Yep.
set up a fucking alarm for 2:30 in the morning to come pull up to the motherfucking Scrubby Thuggalo show, and that right there is family fucking love, and
really
we
is.
really appreciate that shit, man.
So with that being said, man, we did most of our news last week.
Yeah,
Our page of the week was yesterday.
Yesterday.
I meant, yeah,
Yep.
yesterday.
Last week. We
Last
always
week.
do that. We always get fucked up during these double dips. Yeah,
Right.
we had a page of the week last week. Last week again. I did it again. We had a page of the
Yesterday.
week yesterday, and then yesterday we covered all the news. So tonight, we're at an hour. Do you want to keep it going for 10 more minutes? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about I seen where's Stony in the comments. Stony
Right.
is at home. He has home shit to do with. We all have lives too. We can't always double dip the potato chip and always be here. So you know what? Maybe next time Stony and Elixir will be here. Maybe next time it'll be me and Stony. Maybe next time it'll be Stony. Maybe next time it'll be Elixir. Maybe we'll just
Right.
keep throwing and mixing it up around here and throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. I got cottonmouth during that long spiel.
So with that being said, I guess that's it, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. And
Another successful double dip.
Yep. Whoop,
Let
whoop.
me get this going. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next fucking Friday at fucking 10 p.m. We're not gonna tell you who the guest is yet because we're gonna keep that from you. Man, we're just gonna let you pull up and find out who it is. But anyways, we love y'all. Thank y'all. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, shout out Thuggalo Show in this bitch. Every fucking city, Thuggalo Show represent. Free Will in the bitch. Darby in the bitch.